My name is Tristan Oliver and I'm a cinematographer. I specialize in stop frame animation and I have shot some movies that you may have seen, Chicken Run, Fantastic Mr. Fox and most recently Paranorman. I started in quite an unconventional way. My parents worked in the theatre and made costumes, theatrical costumes for the actors. And I was very much brought up in the theatre tradition, but at the same time I was very scientific and I wanted to become a doctor. So I took all my examinations at school to go to medical school and I got a place at medical school. But then when I was about 17, 18, I decided I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do something different. So I went to university and instead of doing medicine, I did drama, which is completely different. And in my second year doing drama, I was offered the opportunity to do a film option. So I started to get into the film thing, and I was absolutely captivated by the cameras. And I think my background in physics and that kind of thing, really fed into that and was very useful for me. And even now, I think it's very important to have a strong technical understanding of what the camera is doing, what the lenses are doing, and until recently what the film stock was doing. Now it's all digital, so it's slightly different. But to be able to feed that into the creative process, I think is very important. So I then left university and then I went to film school. And when I was at film school, I shot a movie that won a competition, a student film competition in the UK. And the prize was to go to the Moscow Film School. So I went to the Moscow Film School just for 2 or 3 months. And when I came back, I rang up the guys on the judging panel for the competition and I said, hey, give me a job. You gave me a prize and I give me a job. So one of them said, I didn't even vote for you, go away. And a couple of them said, okay, yeah, you can have a job. So I started focus pulling. And focus pulling is very difficult. It's a very difficult job and I was very bad at it. And being bad at it is the best thing you can be if you want to be a cinematographer, because otherwise you just spend your whole life as a focus puller, because a good focus puller is like gold dust. Everyone wants them, but I was a bad focus puller, so I was able then to move into lighting. So I started shooting pop videos and short dramas and doing a lot of work for free, a huge amount of work for free, maybe for like 18 months, nearly 2 years, just crewing everything, sound, lighting, just getting my face around, getting myself known. And then I was shooting some pop promos one day and I rang up Aardman Animations because I knew a couple of guys there and I said, I need to borrow some lights. Can I borrow some lights? And they said, yeah, sure, borrow some lights. What are you doing next week? And I said, well, I'm not doing anything next week. And they said, well, we're shooting this commercial. Do you want to come and shoot this commercial for us? And then there were only 4 of them at Aardman in those days. It was like a little tiny shed in the middle of nowhere. So I went along and they let me shoot this commercial on 35mm film for the TV, which was fantastic. And I was 25 years old. So it was fabulous. And then I just carried on getting work from those guys, and I really started to get into the stop frame thing, and I really enjoyed it because the level of detail and the creativity, it was very much like what my parents used to do, just sitting there sewing costumes and details and that kind of thing, and I really love that handcrafted feel that you get.